Hey everybody, and welcome to part 2 of our caster video. So we modeled it in Maya, and in this video we're going to take it into Keyshot and put some nice texture on it. Alright, here we go. This video has been made possible by RenderHub.com, the premier site for selling and buying your 3D related content, such as 3D models, HDRI files, sound effects, textures, print ready models, and much more. Alright guys, well it seems you decided to check out part 2, which is kind of cool, so thank you for that. And yeah, let's get started by creating a color ID mask, right? So I want to be able to simply apply textures in Keyshot, and I'm going to be using different materials. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify the different materials in Maya. So when I export it, it's easier in Keyshot, okay? So I'm going to take this guy and shift select this guy, shifts like this and shifts like that. That's probably going to be, you know, galvanized, something like that. So what I'm going to do here is go to mesh and combine. I'm going to right click, go to assign new material, take a Lambert, and it doesn't really matter what color as long as it has a different color. And you don't even have to use color as long as they got different shading groups. But just to keep it easy, I'm going to give it a color, right? Okay, so that's going to be a material. This and this would most likely be the same material as well. So I'm going to go to assign new material, go in and again, take just a random color. And then the wheel is going to be a bit different. So we got the inner part there. Let's do something with that. Let's go to assign new material, another Lambert. Let's do something blue maybe. And then the wheel itself, for the most part, it's going to be one color, but I think I'm going to put in a little accent there. So let's go in and initially give it a new material. So Lambert and do whatever color, yeah. And then we're going to go in here and I'm going to right click, go to face, click and double click. And then I'm going to hit shift period to increase that selection. And I think I'm just going to take this one, right? And we want to do that from two sides, but first from this side. Assign new material, Lambert. Let's go with white, okay? Now we want to do it from the other side as well. So let's see, I'm going to go in here, click and shift double click, shift period, and I think we got the same selection. Looks like we do, right? So I'm going to right click, go to assign existing material, and we'll take the last Lambert we use. And yeah, I think we got it. Let's see. Yeah, I think we need one more. Sorry about the noise, guys. Alrighty, so now that we have all that, excuse me, what we're going to do is we're going to direct select everything in object mode, right? Direct select it, go to edit, delete by type and history. Then we're going to go to modify and freeze transformations. And what you can do if you want to clean things up is go up to mesh and combine, which is fine right now. Of course, you don't want to do that if you want to animate it or something like that, then I would group it. But we can do it like that. Then we need to delete that again. Let's go to that again and modify center pivot. There you go. Now I'll just call this caster. Color ID. All right. Okay, so now we have that. We're going to select it. We're going to go to File. We're going to go to Export Selection, which is basically everything. I'm going to select it to my desktop. Let's call this caster color ID. Yeah. And we're going to export it as an FBX, right? Now, if you don't have XBX, export selection, what you want to do is you want to go to Windows, Settings, Preferences, Plugin Manager, and here, down here somewhere, you have the fbxmaya.mll. Make sure that's turned on, right? Okay, it's time to open up Keyshot. Okay guys, we're in Keyshot. Let's go to File, let's go to Import. We're going to select our caster, we're going to open that up. Let's click on Import, and it should come in with our color, and it does. Yeah, there you go. And what I want to see first is if we got a galvanized material, right? So I'm just going to type in galvanized, and it says textured magnesium. Let's see if that's the one. Yeah, it is. I'm going to double click on this because I think the scale is a bit off. We're going to go to textures and let's tweak that size a bit. I think that's more realistic. Okay. Then let's see, for the nuts and bolts, we'll try steel. Where'd he go? Why is it not showing up? Don't know. We'll just look for it. There you go. And let's see which one we want. Let's give this a try. And don't be fooled by the light just yet. I mean, the fact that we didn't set up a light background, it has a big effect on this, right? So let's put some black material on the rims there. And for that, you can even go, excuse me, you can even go with paint, like metallic paint, something like this. Make it black if you like. It's a bit fancy, I would say. So let's increase the roughness maybe, to kind of play with that. Or let's do something that's a bit more rough. It's not supposed to be something fancy, right? It's a caster. Right, now for the wheel bit, that's kind of cool. We're gonna take this for the white section, and then I'm gonna take a whole different material, which is gonna be more like a rubber type deal. And we have some new materials here, composites, cloudy, something like this. This is kind of cool. So I'm going to bring this in. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I want. And then we'll take this for the white. And now let's work on our lighting, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here to our backdrop. Let's take a white solid. Then I'm going to go into my environments. This is one of my favorites, the apartment. But it has to give the right look, okay? So I want something more industrial or blue-ish. So let's try this. That could work, but we would need to increase lighting. That's not too bad. What I'll do here is I'll select that wheel. Bump that up a bit, like so. I think that's, come on. I think that would work, could work, yeah. There you go. Click OK. And now let's tweak our settings, right? So we're going to be rendering this. I'm going to select GPU mode for sure, and it will load the GPU materials. And now let's look at our settings. Okay, so lighting, I want global illumination. Yeah. I want ground illumination. I don't need caustics. I do want interior mode. And then let's go and have a look here. All right, so we're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna go to lighting. We have a custom setting. I'm gonna bump up the shadow quality. I'm gonna bump up the ray bounces. Leave all of that alone. Then the environment, we can plug in an additional light using a pin or an HDRI editor. Let's click on pin. And as you can see, you've got a nice effect going on there. We can move it around. I think this looks fine. And yeah, we're all good. So we're gonna go up to a render. We're gonna go to our render tab. Let's see, we'll call this caster render. I'll save it on my desktop. And that's a pretty big resolution. Let's try 1920 by 1080. In the options, we're going to go with max samples, and we're going to hit render. Here we go. All right, guys, there you have it. There's our caster. So yeah, hopefully you guys had some fun. If you did, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up from my sponsor, because without RenderHub I couldn't be doing any of this. And yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.